All right, welcome once again. So we are looking at solution to this circle theorem. This is our third episode. So today we'll be looking at certain questions involving circle theorem, and then we'll move on to our next one. Now let's take this particular question. This question says I have a circle here, and then I have a center, then I have something like that, and I have something like this, and I have here. Okay, and I'm told to, this is R, this is S, this is P. I'm told to find X, right? And the center, the point of the center is O, and I have this part to be Q and this part to be 65 degrees. So the question says, of course, in the diagram, O is the center, so O is the center of the circle, and then PQR is angle PQR is 65. They say find the value of X. So what do we do, right? What do we do? Now remember, among the properties that I gave you, right? How actually do I find X? If you are solving angles question, the first thing you should ask yourself is, what's the general solution? How would I find where they want me to find? After you identify where they want you to find. And then after that, you look at the possible solutions. How do you get exactly where you want to find? If you look at it, you recall in plane geometry that since this O, this angle POR, because the question says we should find the value of X. Since angle POR and X forms a circle which is equal to 360, when we find angle POR, we can easily find the value of what? X. Do you get that? That is when we find angle POR. So if you look at this very well, how do we find angle POR? It's the same thing. It's the same property I gave you here. It's the same property I gave you here. Look at it. It has just been tilted this way. I told you if this is 10, then this is 20. The middle one is twice this, right? So you realize that here, if this is 65, 2 times 65 will give me the middle one. It's the same thing that has been tilted, right? So you realize that here, initially, now we have angle POR, that's POR, plus the value of X will give me 360 because it forms a circle, okay? But we all know that angle POR is equal to 2 times what? 65. Because when I multiply this by 2, I'll get down here, okay? Now our angle POR is going to give us, now 2 times 65 is going to give us 130. Is that also? It's going to give us 130. Now that I've gotten angle POR, now I can say, substituting it here, now I have 130 plus X is going to give me what? 360 degrees. So X is going to give me 360 degrees minus 130 degrees. So X is actually going to give me 230 degrees. Are you okay? So let's look at another question here. Let's look at another question here. So I have another question here, and I have my center, and then something like this. Okay, and then I have something like that. All right, and I have, this is 220, I guess. The top here is 220 degrees. And of course, the middle part is O. I have P, I have R, and they said I should find the value of what? X. So this is Q as well. So it says O is the center of PQRS. Find the value of X. So how do you think we can find X? What's the possible solution? Now, the only property I gave you to find X is to actually, among the properties we did, is to actually find the top here, and you realize that if you are able to find the top here and you add the top and the down, you are going to get what? 180 degrees, because opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilaterals are what? Supplementary. Now the question is, how do we get this top? That's PQR. How do we get it? Now from this property, from the first property I gave you, you know that if I'm able to get the center, if this is A, this is 2A. So if I'm able to get the center, then half the center is going to give me whatever is what? Up there. Are you okay? So how do I get the center? You know the center, and this down part and this gives me 360. So with here, angle POR, since the middle one is O, plus 220 is going to give me 360 degrees. Now, therefore, angle POR is going to be 360 degrees minus 220. So my angle POR is going to give me what? Now, when you deduct 220 from 360, I think you are going to get 140 degrees, right? You are going to get 140 degrees. That's 140. And then we all know that this one that I need, because until I get this, I can't find it, because this plus this will give me 180, right? So now, how do I get this? Now, I know that angle PQR is equal to half angle what? POR. Since I've gotten here, half this one will give me this. Therefore, my angle PQR is going to give me 1 over 2 into bracket 140. That's going to give me what? 70 degrees. Now that I have this one to be 70 degrees, you know that now I have my angle PQR plus X equals what? 180. But this is what? 70. So I have 70 plus X equals 180 degrees. Now this implies that my X is going to give me 180 minus 70 degrees. So my X is going to give me 110 degrees. Right? Okay, so let's look at the third question. Then we'll bring an end to this particular episode. Then we'll solve more questions on the next episode. Right? Alright, now this one says that I have a circle with center O. I have a diameter like that. Give me something like this. This is P, this is O, this is Q, and this is R. So they said O is the center of the circle and PR is the diameter. Find angle PRQ. So we are supposed to find angle PRQ, okay? Angle PRQ. We are finding this particular angle, right? Alright, they gave us here to be 35 degrees, so we should find angle PRQ. Now, we all know that the angle that a diameter subtends at any point of the circumference is 90 degrees, remember? Which means that my angle PQR is equal to what? 90 degrees. That this part is 90 degrees. Once this part is 90 degrees, I can easily find it, because this is a triangle. And we all know the sum of the interior angle of a triangle is always equal to what? 90 degrees, right? So this means that I have angle QPR, that's this 35. Let me write it straight. So I have 35 plus 90, which is PQR, plus the angle they need, PRQ, will give me what? 180 degrees. Now we know 35 plus 90 is going to give us 125. So 125 plus angle PRQ equals 180. This implies that my angle PRQ equals 180 minus 125. So this implies that my angle PRQ is actually going to give me 55 degrees. Right? Alright, so this is where we'll draw the curtain on this episode. The next time we are going to look at more questions, and on the last episode we are going to look at properties involving tangent. So until we meet the next time, I'll say thank you for now. Bye.